Hello and welcome back to the Ultra Sim Challenge. We're about to begin Cleo's childhood years. We'll just assign her and her brother a bed over here. I did a very bare bones making over his room. It's our intention to make him have all the negative traits, her all the positive. Oh, and we have nuclear rodents. I actually got these guys when they were toddlers because if you're unaware, there is a postcard collection and 6 additional postcards came with my first pet stuff that you could only get from these guys going on adventures while you're asleep, or in the middle of the night, I guess. But you have no way to affect that. You just have to have them for a long enough time. So, we've already gotten them life-extending treats at this point, I believe. So we're just going to keep them alive and keep them chug along and hope that they bring us all of the postcards we need. Otherwise, we're going to have to get another one after college. So, working on not just milestones and aspirations, we're also working on character traits. So every time I get a chance, I'm setting the table and that kind of stuff, whatever gets different character traits up. And here I am getting the teddy bear, Dr. Teddy Bear. A little known tip, if you play with that as a kid and then you become a doctor later, you get a little moodlet, you fulfilled your dreams. But yeah, this is something interesting. You can see there she has these grayed out milestones she wants to get, and Enzo's is different. I don't know if it's because he's mean, but he wants to get in a fight. I didn't know that children could get that milestone. I'll just open the door into you, sir. Sorry. I didn't know children could get the how to fight milestone, because she doesn't have the want for it. So I am going to actually work on getting that for both of them. And here I am using the journal. This is not something I've actually used before. I know it came with Parenthood, I believe, but it affects emotional control, which is really awesome. I doubt I will max out any of these while she's a child, but I'm definitely going to try and get a good head start on them. And Enzo is getting a good head start on being a menace. Good for you, Enzo. So I'm starting with the social butterfly aspiration. So I'm going to go around to all my family's houses and bring up my charisma skill while also bringing up my relationship with them, because you need to be friends with so many children, so many adults for multiple of the aspirations. Funny thing, I've met all of my aunts and uncles and cousins when we were infants and toddlers, but apparently I don't know them anymore. Oh yeah, so I knocked on the front door. You definitely saw me go around to the side there. I went around to the side, but then I went looking for Cleo, and she was back at the front door. I don't know how that happened. So we're gonna work on our friendship with our cousins for a little bit. I'm not sure what happened with the relationship thing. Already, though, her skills are being gained at really, really quick succession. And that's just with the infant bonus. I just realized my cousin and his dad have basically the same haircut. Amazing. So, funny thing about this milestone that I discovered is it's very much like the infant milestones, that if you are too friendly with someone too fast and you happen to bypass the just friends stage, which I found out later, that also doesn't count for this milestone. So that was a pain in the butt. So yes, my intention is for my brother to be my BFF, but first we have to get our relationship completely red with him, because we're going to fight him first. So we're just off seeing our next set of cousins. This is also good because I want to make a club, which is basically all of my family members. Just to be able to, like, gather the family up when I need to. So I'm going to go around, raise my relationship enough with everyone as well. No, see, I apparently don't know my cousins. Raise my relationship up enough so that I can just put everybody in a club together. And then I gotta call it family reunion. I do this with all of my legacy families. And because I have MC Command Center, which is a mod that allows you to make your clubs have basically as many people as you want. Right now I'm just going to focus on having all the kids in it, because everyone is going to age up to being an adult, so it's very likely all these aunts and uncles are going to pass on by the time we're all adults. But I can have all of my cousins, and if they have kids, later on have them in the club as well. And it's pretty obvious that she is the werewolf. I've decided I'm just going to cheat in, or find a room that has Wolfsbane or Wolf Begone potion in it, and cure her of that eventually. Ah yes, we're gonna walk home in the rain. Lovely day. Yeah, so I'm gonna cure her of her wolfiness, and then get the rite of dissolution when she's a teenager. Ah yes, and then we're just gonna argue. It's actually kind of hard because they were very good friends. Oh, there she goes. Bam. First energy failure. And our first burglar visit. This was quite exciting. Because this is a older save, though, I didn't get Robin Banks. Sadly, I don't know why they don't give you Robin Banks if you have an already established save. I mean, it shouldn't... I don't know anything about programming the game, but I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult to make a new sim. Oh, my dog is sleeping. He's having a barking session in his sleep, sorry. Yeah, and there we go. Servo has successfully zapped the burglar, which is really fun. I'm glad I got to see that. So here we see her with her milestones, but she didn't get it, and then suddenly it was there. But now her first loss milestone is gone. And that was quite odd. It's still in her overall thing, but it was just weird because I thought that you could have 4 in that side panel. But apparently not. But that was really nice to see that milestone at least was working correctly. Yes, Enzo, you should eat all of the dirt. That'll make you turn into a good menace to society. I'm just gonna set the table again. Sorry, Mom. Just, you sit there, let me do this. So, I'm gonna make the, family reunion club now. I will likely put different, Yeah, I was originally going to put the parents and the kids, but there just isn't enough space right off the bat. I'll eventually put different things, like if we all happen to have a club meeting at a rec center, it'll be like we're all going to play games and such, but, you know. Oh, we finally gotten to have a fight. Oh. Mom's not happy. Yeah, and see, the first loss milestone is back, so you can't have 4 across. So even though we had our first fight, Enzo did not get the milestone for first fight. And neither did Cleo. So we're going to try and have another fight. I imagine these fights are just like a lot of hair pulling and Mom. So we're not going to get another pop-up that it was their first fight, because it's not their first fight. Yeah. 1-1, lost one. The kids are fighting. What I do find funny is she got a tooth knocked loose from the fight. So it was quite the fight. I didn't know that could happen. But yeah, still no milestone for the fight. Did get the milestone for the lost the first tooth though, which is hilarious. So we're just gonna add the milestone for her. Again, not sure why we're not getting some milestones, but we are getting other milestones. There's another one, first fire. I think they had their first fire when they were still newborns, but it's The Sims. Another fire will come. If it doesn't happen, then we'll get it. I don't appreciate enough how pretty this landscape is. I often play on this lot for my legacy saves, just because it's a large lot, and it's very pretty. So we're gonna learn to ride a bike. I enjoy that physical objects like shrubbery and mailboxes are not an issue. We're just going to go right through those. EA has not fixed that yet. Yeah, see? And then Hammy just brought home another postcard. It's really funny when it's sped up. So we ended up learning to ride a bike. Now we're doing our homework, getting our responsibility up. I think responsibility is probably the easiest of the character attributes to get. I always find one of the harder ones is emotional control, only because when they're older, especially for teens and such, you have very little in the way of options. You can listen to the radio and wind down, go for a jog, both of which take a fair amount of time. Then there's like fixing relationships, but that requires people around you to be having terrible relationships with people, which I guess, having Enzo around might be helpful in that case, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm trying to get as much... Oh, sorry, that's conflict resolution. But yeah, emotional control, conflict resolution, I think, are my hardest ones to get when they're... I guess not hardest, the most annoying ones to get. Responsibility maxes out without even trying it. Just making sure that they're doing their homework every day will do it for you. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention, she is in Scouts. We're going to try and finish Scouts while she's a child, and then do drama when she's a teen, drama school. And she's also going to do her after-school activities as a teen as well. It's a little bit more forgiving as a teen because she can start having the age down potions and such then. So even if it's taking a little longer, it's fine. Yeah, I've been keeping the needs plumb bob up here. I actually forgot to upgrade her bed. A little later on, I'll upgrade her bed. So yeah, now we're trying to get our relationship back up with her brother so that he can be our BFF. I think I wasted far too many days working on this because specifically I wanted him to be our BFF. Yeah, here we are. We're upgrading the bed now so that she can sleep faster and better. I'm also getting lots of badges doing this, which is another great thing. We're upping our conflict resolution. We're upping charisma. In conclusion, fight with your brother more, I guess. I still don't know what to do with Enzo when he's an adult. If he's going to be in like the criminal career. I think probably not. I don't want him to be like evil. I want him to be just the product of having a perfect sister and being the less attended to child. So he'll probably have like a mediocre job and just be not someone you want to be around. Oh, that's terrible. I feel bad for him. So it takes longer than I'd like, but we are doing our best to become best friends right now. And finally, yes, we're besties. I have no control over the camera. I apologize. So we have our best friend milestone. Yeah, so we have to make friends with children and adults. And, oh no. Oh, Servo. You know, Servo was my favorite character until this generation, and I think it must have been just because all of my other generations were either more loyal or just I was paying more attention to the adults, because Servo's obsession with my Sims in the last couple my last couple generations has been concerning, because I'm fairly sure all of his romantic stuff is like he's not interested in romancing anyone. You're the sap. Yeah, especially in the shower, Servo. You're gonna die. Was it worth it? Was it worth nearly dying? I hope so. God. Alright, so here we're gonna pull out the postcards that we got. Oh, we have a bunch of random stuff in here from Sims that have died. I try to clean it out every generation or so, but I've forgotten. We're getting doubles, I guess, because we have two. They're bringing us the same one each time, which I have to say isn't the most common thing. Yeah, and so now I get another notification about romantic satisfaction. And we have Servo heading out to his favorite place, the treehouse, with none other than Thomas. So it's not even, like, it's not even human females. It's just anyone. I don't know what's going on, man, but Servo needs to be, Servo needs to be taken down a notch. Servo, stop sleeping with our stepdad. I think Servo likes the treehouse because he's the only one that doesn't get splinters. Yeah, it was good enough for fireworks. Absolutely wild. Servo, you're a piece of work. Alright, back to our cousin's place. And once again, we're going to try working on our relationship with our cousins, aunts, uncles, that kind of stuff to try and get the relationships up. Unfortunately, I am too high relationship with the kids and too low relationship with the adults at this point, I believe. And it's just not working out. And, like, I really don't like this milestone for that fact. If you're already friends with the prerequisite number of children, I don't know why it doesn't count you as already friends with them. But you actually have to make friends while you have this aspiration open. I think that's a little bit wild, but I mean, expecting milestones to work in any given way, I guess, is probably not not the best. You know, I'm realizing now I can't put my brother into the party or the group for some reason. I'm not sure why. Not the party, the club. So at this point, the only one that I could possibly become friends with is one of my cousins, but all of my other cousins are far too high of friendship to count for this. And that's just silly. But we're also going to try and do what we can for the holiday. So we'll do social stuff and we'll do holiday stuff at the same time. I try to do as much as I can for holidays. Apparently the Love Day song is Jingle Bells. I try to do holidays as much as I can, at least to complete them satisfactorily in my Super Sim and Ultra Sim challenges. I'm introducing myself to my uncle after I invite my brother to the party, or the club. Again, I've literally met my uncle before, but, you know, stranger. So this was just a lot of socializing. I never did get high enough to do it. Here I'm looking for any lots that have the lot benefit of convivial. I ended up having to put it on the park because I didn't see any that had it on right off the bat. So I just did that after I went home, and then I'm going to use the park to make my friends. So here I'm marking off all of my milestones on my list, because this list was made before the most recent expansion. It didn't have the burglar visit, which, I mean, realistically, the burglar visit, I think, can happen at any age. So we also want to work on getting our hopscotch win and our marbles win. So I'm going to have to get some marbles, too. More nuclear rodents happening. And we're going to work on our bear. Empathy up. Our emotional control has gotten in a really good range considering how it started this day. So I'm just checking out the other multi-skill stuff. I'm going to try and get 1 or 2 of these done. Some of these require similar things. I find doing the individual aspirations first a good way to go, because generally through the other aspirations you're going to get all of the skills and everything you need for the multi-skill ones. Again, it's really pretty. I don't look at it from this direction often enough, this lot. I will say, I don't have the eco footprint thing on right now, and yet somehow I've ended up with a green lot. So, I'm making a huge mistake here. I'm getting incredibly friendly. I usually don't get this as a child, but my thought process was, with incredibly friendly, you basically introduce yourself to someone and they're immediately a good friend of yours. So my thought was, if I get that and then go around and introduce myself to a bunch of people I don't know, I should, in theory, get to friend level quite quickly. So when I went and introduced myself to adults, so I'm going to introduce myself to this person. Oh, they are a witch. Bye. Okay, so to the vendor here. So with the adult introduction, I don't get nearly as much of a boost, but enough that just a quick session of cloud gazing and bam, got that. And I got the time traveler. He's gonna be my other adult friend. I don't know if he's gonna disappear after the event that's going on right now, or if he's gonna stick around in my game. I don't know. So this is my first attempt at hopscotch. I did not realize that the more people you have doing it, the absolute longer it takes, like an insane amount of time. So I was actually not able to finish this game before she nearly peed her pants. It is cute. It functions better than I thought it would. I have to be honest. I'm quite impressed. But we ended up just heading home after this. I actually stayed quite late and didn't even get another turn before she nearly peed her pants. So, head home, take care of our needs, do our homework, write in our journal, that kind of thing. Working on getting our badges for scouts. And we have to get to grade A as well. Just collecting some badges here. Now, what I want to know is, you have the option of, when you go to a scout meeting, working hard. But the only way you level up, or you rank up in your scout badges, is to do all the scout objectives. So, does it matter if you work hard? Or am I just stressing my sim out for no reason? I don't know. So, this is my first introduction. I had originally made a club, like the after-school club, with just random children. And then I realized, okay, so if I do this introduction, the friendly introduction, then I should just get friends. No. Because we bypassed and became good friends right off the bat, it doesn't consider me as being friends. Again, I don't understand the logic. I don't understand why it can't see that a rank above friend is still viable. But I tried multiple people just to make sure. I do think this is really annoying, though. Like, I don't necessarily think it's a bug, more of an oversight on their part. I just don't understand. I guess I don't really know how the coding works. Perhaps I shouldn't be so quick to judge. But we tried it again. She's a good friend, not a friend. So, I decided to head over to the park and then start a gathering of the after school club and just do all of the cloud gazing. It takes me all day, but, you know, I end up doing it. Not super riveting to watch, but we get there. I actually don't think I have the footage of me finishing the aspiration, because I immediately went up to Scouts right after. Okay, and here we go. Some more postcards. So we're getting close to finishing that part of the collection. So there's that. And we took a bunch of pictures with me and Enzo. I also took some pictures with Father Christmas, just, you know, some family pictures. I'm putting a lot of this stuff in a keepsake box that I'm going to have her mom gift to her before she goes off to college. And so she'll just have all these pictures and memories and such. And now we're doing the Playtime Captain aspiration. This is another one. So this one did count my previous friends. So I didn't notice it just yet, but if you saw there, I completed the splashing aspiration, and then I had to make friends with 3 kids, and then it just auto completed. So it took me a minute to notice because I went off and started cloud gazing again. But yeah, so I don't know why Social Butterfly doesn't do that, but Playtime Captain does. So we're going to do the Slumber Party aspiration now. So we're just moving everything out of the way and making room for our sleeping bags, which ends up being futile because children don't know how to sleeping bag, I guess. I don't understand. Like, I know the Sims are smarter than ever in Sims 4. They just don't feel like it. So, oh yeah, and I thought I could do a slumber party from Cleo, which you'd think you could, but she can't. So I had to get Mom to do it. Luckily, Mom knows all of our friends because we're just inviting the family. We're going to have it at home. It would be quite fun. I have a little area set up at the park in Willow Creek that is like a little camping area for like when kids want to go have a thing, have a sleepover. That would be fun sometime. So we started with eating some vegetable yakisoba. And we're going to do some double time work here. We're going to have Enzo making a friendship bracelet while Claire is telling her stories from her sleeping bag. And the The hamster's having a rave. Seems apropos. So, see, the kids try to set up their sleeping bags, and this is what we get. Why even bother, guys? So I tried to just like lay them out, but apparently they need an absolutely ridiculous amount of space to get in and out of these sleeping bags. I don't know why. So nobody ever slept. Nobody slept in the sleeping bags. So I had Cleo make a friendship bracelet. Thomas is burned out. Maybe it's because you're sleeping with a robot in a treehouse. Have you considered your life choices, sir? Or maybe that's why he did it. It's because he was burning out. I see, I see. So, Cleo has now maxed her skill. And she's going to tell her last ghost story, or, I don't know, sleepover story, I guess. It's about pirates, apparently. So, we're exchanging our friendship bracelets. Awesome. Well done. So, now we need to get, a gold on this sleepover. So, we're gonna try and do some stuff here, because we're only at bronze. Tried to dance. This took, like, 8 tries to get people to dance. Apparently all the sleeping bags were in the way. Why can't they walk over the sleeping bags? Why is that not part of the programming of the game? I don't know. Maybe because it would make too much sense. So, got everybody dancing. I'm gonna send the adults to bed because they actually have life to deal with. It's way too late for them to be going to sleep, but I need them out of my way. Please, please, just dance. She can't sleep. She can't dance over there for some reason. I don't know why. So yes. Time to get a gold medal. I figured out I cannot make them all sleep for whatever reason. Obviously, they wouldn't anyway because, you know, apparently they can't get into their sleeping bags because being within 5 feet of another sleeping bag makes them completely unusable. Gonna try telling another story. Then I realized I really only need to do one more thing to get a gold medal. I didn't realize I had already gotten it. So we all get added to a group and we head down to watch TV. I'm watching the Saturday Night Live, apparently. Or the Tonight Show, sorry. So So here I was trying to move stuff around, seeing if they would maybe sleep, if they had more room, and they all took them back, except for the one Enzo is sleeping in, which is not his. He stole that. But I'd like to think that it's just the type of person he is. So we've finished another aspiration. We finished the Slumber Party Animal. And she's got to head out for scouts momentarily. So the next one that is kind of in the same vein is a Playtime Captain. She's already done half the stuff for it. So everybody's going to head home now, and we're going to head over to Scouts. I think this is our first Scout meeting ever. We might get like 3 total before we, or maybe just 2 total before we're going to age up and not be in Scouts anymore. Now, the last time I did one of these, challenges, every time you tried to leave, oh, we're spinning in circles. Every time you tried to leave an after-school activity or extracurricular, you lost responsibility, so I guess that'll be fun to see if that's still a thing that happens. So we just gotta ride around for 4 hours. And that dude who's spinning indefinitely is gone. That's great. And there we go. Aspiration complete. Easier than anything. So, I guess our next objective will be one of the other single aspirations. So the last thing we want to do is head over to the park, and we're going to win our first game of hopscotch. I don't yet have any marbles. I'm going to have to grab marbles for the next episode. But we're going to go play hopscotch with our cousin. Please ignore the ticky-tackies. My dog is walking around like he doesn't know what to do with himself. I'm not really sure how one wins hopscotch. I guess you just have to not fall over, put your foot down where you're not supposed to. I can't say I've played it a lot as a kid. This teen is watching, and I don't know, because I just said play together. I don't know if she would have joined us. I actually don't know if teens can hopscotch, to be completely honest with you. I've been gunning to get this one hopscotch milestone as a child, but now that I think of it, if you can get it as a teen, I suppose it wouldn't be so pressing. Oh, we've made him angry. Poor guy. He tried his best. Hello, Pepper. I suppose this would go faster if we had the shorter version of the hopscotch, but I think I've only ever put the long versions in all of my parks. There should be a marble circle around here, too. Well, something popped up. And there we go. We have won our first hopscotch win. And I think we're doing pretty well as far as milestones and everything and aspirations. We're a little bit behind. We're going to have to hurry up, but at this point, all of our skills are quite high. Oh, there's a couple aliens there. Now we're just putting the game room back how it's supposed to be. I thought about moving stuff around, but then I remembered we still got a foosball table we got to fit in there. Not that we do much with it. So these were the reward for the Slumber Party aspiration. So I'm going to stick those in my inventory. Not that the toddler one is going to be much use to me, but, you know, when you're roughing it, you got a sleeping bag now. So I'm going to add all these to my favorites so that they don't get accidentally deleted at any point. I still have to get rid of that glimmerstone. But yeah, so I think we're chugging along pretty well. We're a little bit farther behind than I would like, but I think that we're going to be able to pull it together. Now that we got most skills to where we want to be. I have to get a hold of some marbles next and get our first marble win. And then finish a few more of these aspirations. So we finished the social butterfly, we finished the Playtime Captain, and we finished the Slumber Party Master. And we've gotten some traits, as well as we have bought the incredibly friendly trait this time around. At this point, I will probably hold off on buying another trait until we get a potion of youth. So yes, we got our pack animal, socially gifted, all those traits that we've gotten from finishing those aspirations at this point. Our milestone list. I think we're doing pretty good. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me on the Ultrasim Challenge. And I will see you next week with our next installment of the childhood phase. And a couple more aspirations and more work on our character values. Bye!